Are you
Okay,
good?
go.
Do you or have you ever worked for the oil sands? Yes? What position? Like, what did you do?
Oh, I was a shovel specialist.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Do the oil sands affect your way of life?
They affect my way of life?
Yes.
Yes, in a positive way.
That's good. Do you support the oil sands? Why or why not?
Yes, I do, because it gives me an opportunity to have a job and work and make life well and be able to go travel and everything else.
That's awesome. And what are the pros and cons do you think the oil sands are? And do you think the pros outweigh the cons?
Well, I think some of the pros are that it creates jobs. What is it the biggest pro there? Is creates jobs. Cons, it slightly destroys the environment while they're digging it up, and sometimes just leaks into the water system and everything else. But they've gotten a lot better with repairing the environment once they're done with it.
Awesome. And I think that's it. We good, guys?
Okay, we have
Awesome. Thank you. Do you or have you ever worked for the oil sands?
No.
Do the oil sands affect your daily life?
Yes, they do. One of my parents works there, like they work out at site, and also I live in a city where a lot of the community and a lot of the people who live there is driven and affected by it because a lot of people work there, and if the oil sands wasn't around, this city wouldn't exist because there'd be nothing here.
Do you support the oil sands? Why or why not?
I do because it technically supports my community and where I live, and I wouldn't have the life I do now without the oil sands.
What are the pros and cons of the oil sands, and do you think the pros outweigh the cons?
The oil sands is good for the economy in our community, and they also help the community with things a lot, like with they have organizations and they have events they hold for the community to help like support the community, but they do use a lot of resources that are in the environment, and it does contribute to pollution, but unfortunately the times we live in, it's very hard to avoid. All we can do really is try to lower down maybe our uses of things that pollute, and maybe with oil sands they can just continue to use programs to reclaim land and just use less resources, maybe decrease their use a little bit, but we do need the oil sands.
Thank
Pros
you.
do.
Thank you.
What is your role in the oil sands?
I've been an employee at Suncor for over 22 years, and my role there is a shovel operator. The shovel operator loads the large haul trucks with oil sand, then it travels to extraction where they get the oil extracted from the sand.
Since you have a job at the oil sands, how has that affected your life?
By having a job in the oil sands, my family and I are able to do the things we like to do, such as warm vacations and camping. It also gives us a roof over our heads with food on our table.
If you were to lose your job at the oil sands, how would that affect your life?
If I was to lose my job in the oil sands, it would be very hard on my family and I because of the high cost of living in Fort McMurray. It would be a big change in the way we live our lives financially.
Thank you.
You're welcome.